The sirens are blaring, the barriers are up. Security is tight in Washington, with nearly 50 African heads of state and government in town. They kicked off an unprecedented gathering with a sidebar event on Monday for NGOs, faith leaders and civil society groups. The White House wants the focus of this gathering to be not on disease and poverty, but on the continent's potential for growth and how the US can get involved.
Africa can and will go so much further. They're the fastest growing economies in the world. And quite frankly, the success of the rest of the world depends in part on your success.
Jacob Zuma was keen to show his country as part of that success, beginning the day at the US Chamber of Commerce before addressing journalists and business people at a lunch flying the flag for South Africa and pushing for it to be included in the African Growth and Opportunity Act when that's renewed next year by Congress.
Over 95% of our exports get into the US markets through AGOA. We look forward to a seamless, unconditional and long-term renewal of AGOA, with South Africa included among the beneficiaries.
And Mr. Zuma shrugged off concerns about corruption on the continent, saying Africa, including South Africa, is learning to address it.
We have got very clear remedies emanating from the laws to the institutions that have been established. We have an elaborate system of detecting corruption. We are dealing with it, but it needs people to work together and countries to work together.
Other issues like the events in Gaza, as well as the Ebola outbreak, have threatened to overshadow this summit. But for the South African delegation, at least, besieged by well-wishers, this was a chance to sell a brand.
This summit gave President Zuma and the accompanying ministers an opportunity to interact with the American business in the morning. All the who's, captains of industry, came, listened, asked questions. Others not only showed commitment, but they were already saying we are there and we are contributing. This afternoon, President spent a lot of time with all opinion makers from all walks of life.
President Zuma's message here in Washington is simple. South Africa is open for business, and this summit is a great way to encourage more of it, through foreign investment and through pushing for renewal of the African Growth and Opportunity Act. But the real time for practical action on that will be on Tuesday, when African and American CEOs will mingle at the US-Africa Business Forum. Lorna Shaddick, Washington.
You deserve to know more.
ENCA.com